Hi friends! Welcome back to another movie review. This week, bitch, I saw Fantastic Four! Hey! I saw Fantastic Four. I love the Fantastic Four franchise, okay? I do. Towards the end of my career in Marvel, I considered myself more of like an X-Men and Fantastic Four fan than an actual like Avenger fan, if that makes any sense. So I was really looking forward to this. And I also just want to fucking get into it because, hello, I just want to get into it, so let's just get into it. Alright, today is Thursday. I saw it on Tuesday. And I also rewatched the original, the sequel to the original, and the 2015 version. Just to have a full Fantastic Four mindset, okay? And I once again compiled this, or at least tried my very best to compile this into categories. But mostly I just wanted to talk about the writing and the story and how much fun I had. So that's pretty much mostly what I'm going to be talking about. I was honestly, I had mixed emotions. I was very excited as a Fantastic Four fan, but I was also very nervous as a Fantastic Four fan because I feel like they try to make Fantastic Four every 10 years, right? The original one came out in 2005. Then they made a new one in 2015, although that was made by Fox, not by Marvel, but Fox owns Marvel, so at the time they did. And now in 2025 they're making another one. So it's just a little scary. It's always a little scary, but I still had really high hopes because the marketing for this went crazy. Like the casting reveal, I think it was on Valentine's Day that they dropped that. Yeah, that was iconic. Got me excited for the movie. And don't worry, I took notes. So first, I'm just gonna talk about the casting and the performance. Okay, guys, is this a safe space? No, seriously, is this a safe space? I know that there are hundreds of guns pointing at me right now, and I'm about to say this, and they're all about to go off, but I'm not the biggest, I can't even say it. I'm not the biggest fan of Pedro Pascal. I know, I fucking warned you. I don't want to go into it. Because I'm scared. But I don't really fuck with Pedro Pascal. I just don't. And Mr. Fantastic is very important to me, okay? Ioan Gruffudd honestly means a lot to me, okay? That man is so fine. And him as Mr. Fantastic... I love the original portrayal of Mr. Fantastic. They call him like the dumbest genius ever or something like that. I love him. So Pedro Pascal was a little bit scary for me. I know nobody cares about that because everybody loves him but me. Something's off about him though. Something irks me. But I will say, maybe it's just a Mr. Fantastic thing, but he looked very handsome. Pedro Pascal looks very handsome. He did very well. I really liked it. I really liked him as Mr. Fantastic. Better than Mytel. And I love Mytel, so that says something. That blue turtleneck. Okay. Joseph Quinn I was also nervous for because Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, or the ladies call him Torch, that man, he means everything to me. And so Joseph Quinn, I mean, I think he's terrifying. I think he's so scary looking. I love him, but I was really nervous. We've got Chris Evans and we've got Michael B. Jordan, and now you're giving me Joseph Quinn. Like, he better perform. Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, was very like dickhead, douchebag, asshole, hated him, but also loved him so dearly, and he changed for a woman, and that's how his character arc is, because he fell in love with a woman, and the woman was like, you're a disgusting narcissist, and he was like, okay, she's got a point, wait. So he changed. I love Johnny Storm. And then Michael B. Jordan, you put that man in anything, and I'm like, incredible, show-stopping, amazing. He's never ever performed like this ever before. He was more of like the rebel kid, bad son, like racist cars, like still a daredevil and like flashy and showy and arrogant. And now Joseph Quinn's, he's still not as flashy and arrogant. He does have a painting of himself in his room. I really appreciated that. And he does make some comments, but he's not super a dickhead, which I mean, I guess I enjoy. That makes him more likable. Eben Moss Backrack, and everything he is gonna hit every time. Anything he's in. I haven't seen The Bear. I've heard it's really good. I'm mostly just talking about The Punisher. I really liked him in The Punisher. So him as the Thing was great. And I just have such a soft spot for the Fantastic Four. Like, I love the Thing. He's just, like, Ben is so sweet and, like, I don't know. Now let's talk about Vanessa Kirby. I feel like this was Sue Storm's movie. She ate down, devoured, ate, left no fucking crumbs, literally licked a plate fucking clean. Wow. Vanessa Kirby, she was so powerful, but she was also like so feminine. You could tell that Sue Storm was written by people who loved women, and you could tell that she was played by a woman that loved woman. Her performance was insane. It was really good. Like, I can't wait for more Fantastic Four movies for Vanessa Kirby, for Sue Storm. Like, really, 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 really made me love Sue Storm. Her maternity suit, the maternity suit was so cute. It meant everything to me. Oh my god, the maternity suit was so fucking cute. All of the costumes were so fucking cute, but I will talk about that later. Marvel has been really liking the theme of don't fuck with the boy mom. And she ate with that. Yeah, don't fuck with the boy mom. Actually, no, I do want to talk about the costumes. Let's talk about composition and editing. I was smiling, just sitting there like this. Just smiling at like the vibes, like the mise en scene, just like the vibes, the composition of it all, like the 50s. It was so cute and fun, which is a nod to Jack Kirby's comics. Loved the 50s of it all. I think it was the 60s actually. I don't know the fucking difference. The costumes meant, oh my god, the costumes were so good. And finally, Thing has a fucking costume. He's not just wearing pants with a Fantastic Four belt and he's shirtless. He's like shirtless. Finally, he had a suit and he looked really good. I missed Michelle. I want to talk about that actually. Where was Michelle? I love Natasha Lyonne. I do. But I really missed Michelle. Fuck Deb. All my homies hate Deb. Michelle. The Thing just means a lot to me. Ben means a lot to me, and I love him and Michelle, so that's kind of a bummer. It takes place in New York, which is the concrete jungle, but at the same time, everything was still so bright. Like, it was so gray, but it was still so bright, and there was so much blue. It meant so much to me. I love blue coloring. If you couldn't tell. I really do love blue coloring. I think it's so gorgeous and so pretty, especially because they're the Fantastic Four. There was so much blue. I love the Fantastic Four. You could tell that some shots were filmed on like 16 or 35 millimeter, but it was mostly IMAX. So those shots that you could tell, I was a big fan of, but also you could tell when the shots were different because it was almost like, I mean, this is what I would do, but it was like every shot that was filmed on 16 or 35 there was a lot more attention put on those scenes, a lot more detail, a lot more effort, because those were like the standout shots. So it makes sense. I mean, it's more money, you might as well put more effort into where you're spending more money, so I wasn't gonna complain. And then also there were a lot of like flashbacks, not flashbacks, I don't know. They're talking and showing what happened, and that was all shot on film. I loved those scenes of like them in space, and it was so cute. The editing was very visually interesting. I really liked it, how there were like multiple shots in one frame. Loved it. Unfortunately, there was a CGI baby. It was a real baby, but they CGI'd over his face, which maybe was to like protect the infant, which I'm totally here for, but the CGI was bad. But the CGI was giving Renesmee, unfortunately. But there was real robots. As we know, I love real robots, and Herbie was real. And Herbie also reminded me of my dog. Anything that's cute and little with two eyes, I'm like, oh, Remy, that's my dog. It's a fucking robot. The CGI on the Silver Surfer was also really cool, and every time she would breathe, it would, I don't know, but it was really, really, really cool. So CGI on her was great. There was a couple continuity errors with Mr. Fantastic's curl. So of course, every time he has like a cute little curl, I'm like, oh, a curl. And then in the next shot, he doesn't have it, and I'm like, oh. The music was also, dare I say, fantastic. And every time Sue would like use her powers and like warp whatever time or like the molecules within the atmosphere, I don't know, it would make like a noise that I really liked. Caught that, really liked that. The music and sounds were great. Okay, let's just get into the writing because that's what I have the most to talk about. Let's start with the fact that it's a new Fantastic Four. It takes place on Earth 828, which I think is what Doomsday is taking place on. Oh wait, duh. The end credits. Stay for those, baby. So in the original Fantastic Four, there's some tension between Sue and Reed because they like used to date, but they're both still in love with each other, but they're like not together. And then by the second one, they're getting married. And in this one, they were already married by the mission. And I kind of liked, I mean, they did have a fight, so I guess there was still tension, but I really liked Sue and Reed just being in love. But that's because I love love. So watching two people be in love, I'm just like, Other dynamics that are very important to me. Ben and Johnny. In the original, they fucking hate each other, but they love each other. In the second one, Ben is like, you're not going down fighting, kid. Fighting alone, kid. But they also like hate each other and like prank each other and shit and like hate each other. Like siblings. They just like banter and I love it. And there was still sibling-like banter in this one, but it wasn't as harsh. But it was sweet and I still appreciated the banter, but it wasn't as harsh, which I didn't mind. It was fine. The Silver Surfer was a woman. Woke. Get this the hell out of here. Just kidding, but I'll talk more about that later. Not actually like about the fact that she's a woman, don't worry. But I really liked her smoky eye. Really liked it. Super cunty. And in the original, the Silver Surfer has a woman, but loves Sue. Not loves, but like protects Sue and like kind of comes to his senses because of Sue, because Sue reminds him of his woman. And in this one, she didn't have a man, and her and Johnny like maybe had like a little thing. I mean, shit, if they're making her a woman, they might as well make her a lesbian and make her in love with Sue. Just saying. Actually, I've been seeing edits of like the Silver Surfer and Johnny and like people being like, he learned a language for her. So she said to him, die with, what did she say? Die with your own? Whatever that was. And then he was like, I've translated it. That means I can translate the whole language. I was like, how the fuck are they going to translate the entire language from 3 words? My only question. Those were the only like major differences, which I mean, this takes place on another Earth. It's the MCU. It's not the 2005 Fantastic Four. I'm not expecting it to be a remake by any means, but it's still also, I think, important to know what's different. I don't know, bitch. I don't know. Fuck. You asked me to make this video. The fuck? I guess that was more the story. So now let's talk about the writing. None of it felt lazy or forced at all. Matt Shakman and Eric Pearson wrote and directed it, which Matt Shakman did WandaVision, arguably one of the best things Marvel has ever came out with. I will die on that hill if I'm being honest. And Eric Pearson did Black Widow, Thunderbolts, and I think Thor Ragnarok, which are obviously all, I mean, I know Black Widow a lot of people didn't like, but shut the fuck up. Like, that's my girl. I loved Black Widow. I don't care. And then obviously Thunderbolts did really well, and Ragnarok is considered probably the best of Thor's movies. Definitely the most entertaining. So in the original Fantastic Four, we watch them get their powers. We watch the mission. We watch the cloud. We watch it all happen. And in this one, it's supposed to have already happened by the time we're here. So they kind of give us a recap by a voiceover. Normally, I'd probably consider it lazy, but it took up about like 7 or 10 minutes of the beginning of the movie. I was kept visually interested while it was playing. It didn't feel lazy or rushed, so I liked it. I did not mind it at all. I feel like a lot of recent Marvel work has been lazy, dragged, or rushed, or just not that much effort put into the writing, and this definitely felt different. It didn't feel lazy or rushed or boring at all. I really liked the writing. There were a couple lines I would have changed. Sue gives the iconic line, I think it's gonna be iconic, where she's like, kill her, and then he's like, what? And she's like, she's trying to kill your nephew, kill her. And then Johnny's like, just when I find someone interesting. Shut the fuck up. Could have said something else. Still could have put like a cheesy one-liner there. Like, it could have been like, but she's a baddie though, and that would have hit so much better. And then when the Fantastic Four came back to Earth after talking to Galactus, there was like a press thing, which, by the way, imagine the conspiracy theories that would start in this universe today if somebody left Earth and then came back with a baby. Like, she left pregnant and came back with a baby. Imagine the conspiracies. There was like a press thing and they were like, are we safe? And Mr. Fantastic was like, I don't know. I understand, but I feel like he had an opportunity to kind of say something kind of hard right there. Like, he could have been like, this isn't over. Not like, I don't know. I almost wish that it wasn't the Silver Surfer, only because we already know what happens. That almost makes it want to be a remake, unless I saw a theory that was like, this Silver Surfer was Norrin's lady, the lady that he was talking about. This is her, but she never said anything about a man. This portrayal of Galactus looked so familiar. I don't know what it is. It might just be because he slightly looks like the cartoon Transformer. He looks really familiar. I don't know. We should look into that, gang. He was really scary, and imagine the trauma. Even though you're just a baby, you're in your carrier, and then this giant godlike alien thing, Galactus, which was scary. He was scary. Like, imagine the trauma, how scary that must be for a little baby. Really. And also, the movie ended by, they like got a mission, so they all like jumped in their little space flying car and drove away to like go on their mission, and they took the baby. You guys don't have a babysitter? I don't know. You're just taking an infant on a mission? The bitch can't walk. Overall, all, I did really like the message. I think Sue said it, of if you don't think a small group can change the world, it only has. It only ever has. I was like, that line right there. That line right there. That should be the moral message of, I've seen people saying that the moral message is to like love your family. The moral message should be a small group can change the world, because it was said in the movie, it was shown in the movie. I think that should be the general message, and it was done excellently. If you watch it from that perspective, you're gonna have a great time. All right, let's see what I rated it on Letterboxd. Okay, on Letterboxd, I rated it a simple 4 stars, which 4 stars just means that was really good. And I fear that might just be it. It was really good. I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely see it again. I would definitely see it again after that, which you would think I'd give it 5 stars with this review. But no, it's 4 because it was really good. It wasn't perfect by any means, but it was really good. So I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. The fuck? Which, go follow me on there. The fuck? Username is Marissa Drury. I guess that's kind of all I have for this week. Hopefully you're still liking these videos. Or if you even like them in the first place, I don't know. I only have 2 out right now. Actually, by the time I'm filming this, the Superman one is still the only one out. Well, I will see you all next week with the next movie. I actually don't know what it's going to be. Last week I said I didn't know what it was going to be, but I totally knew what it was going to be. Obviously, it was going to be Fantastic Four. This time I'm like, I have no idea what I'm going to see next week. So I'll see you next week, I guess. Okay, bye. Love you.